All right, what's going on, Giants fans? Little quick video. So Daniel Jones talked about Eli Manning today. Jordan Rana of ESPN asked him, like, what's his relationship like? And Jones had some nice things to say about Eli and that they're still talking. So I'll play the quote and then we'll go from there.
Eli's not here anymore, and he doesn't necessarily know this offense. But I'm just wondering what that relationship is like at this point, and how much you've used him as a resource, even dating back to like the spring and the summer and into now the fall.
Yeah, I still stay in touch with Eli, fairly regularly, and he's someone who, I've learned a lot of football from. Like you said, it's not necessarily this offense, but he's been in, a number of them, and obviously knows the game, knows the position real well. So, he's a guy I can, talk to and ask questions, and he's been extremely helpful, in that regard. So. It's someone who I have a good relationship with, and he's certainly offered his, his help, and something that, I've used and certainly appreciate.
So that sounded like he's actually having real conversations about football with Eli, not just like a, hey, yeah, we still have a good relationship, just doing the nice guy answer. And it reminded me of, we got to talk with Anthony Boone, who was the former Duke QB before Daniel Jones and trained with him during the COVID in North Carolina. And he had this quote. He said this to Dan Duggan in an article for The Athletic. Boone saw Jones' perfectionist side early. Jones enrolled at Duke in 2015, a year after Boone completed a successful two-season run as the starter for Coach David Cutcliffe. Jones became Duke's starting quarterback as a redshirt freshman in 2016, and Boone suddenly began fielding late-night phone calls. He used to call me at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night asking me about concepts that we used to run that they brought back against teams we're playing in our conference, Boone said. He'd be like, back in 2013, y'all called this. What was your read? What did you like it against? What didn't you like it against? A lot of it I had to jog my memory, like, I don't remember any of this. Or he's sending me clips like, what was your read here? My wife would be like, who are you talking to at 12 o'clock at night? I'm like, it's freaking Daniel Jones calling and talking to me for hours. So I love that kind of stuff about Daniel Jones. And those are the types of things that where I really fall in love with Daniel Jones, because I think he just puts in the work more than most guys. He has that mindset. A lot of QBs, they can do it here and there, but not a lot of QBs can do that day in, day out stuff. And I feel like that's what Jones does, and I do think that is what will separate him from other QBs with similar mindsets, and the fact that he's willing to be aggressive. But on the other end, I love that Eli is doing this. There's no need for Eli to do this, but it seems like he genuinely cares about the New York Giants, and that's why we love Eli. Like the guy that they drafted to replace him, Eli still wanted to play, but the guy they drafted to replace him, the guy they benched him for in Week 3, he's out there. He's still out there helping him, teaching him up. I mean, there's a clip I shared a couple weeks ago where he's talking to him about like when they're doing a cover zero blitz. He's like, yeah, protect yourself one way, point the other way, and go. So really like that kind of stuff out of Eli and Daniel Jones, that he's going out and seeking that advice, man. So I know there's a lot of talk and people are down on some of his turnovers and stuff these past couple of games, but I'm still all in on Daniel Jones, man. I like what he is. I love his mindset, and I love that he's not a pansy who checks down the ball every play so he has a nice touchdown to interception ratio. Mistakes will happen. It was his first game without a touchdown in his career. Every game of his career he had a touchdown until this last week. So I'm happy with Daniel Jones. I'm happy he's communicating and trying to get better talking with Eli. No one better to do that for when you're the quarterback of the New York Giants. So appreciate it. We'll see you guys later. Until then, let's go Big Blue.